INFO-WARZ. Wars with a Z.
Get ready for the #1 show in the world. INFO-WARZ.com.
Another day on the front line, forced to apologize.
We have more listeners than any show in the world.
I'm feeling like
On the air, online, on the podcast, on the radio, everywhere. Number frickin' 1. Right, Jimmy?
That's what you told me. And I saw the ratings today, and oh my God, they're huge.
I know, right? We're taking over the world. What we do is we play videos and we talk about the videos. We try to be, newsworthy, but sometimes we find, future seers and dating stories because we like those. And then we tell you our point of view on these videos. Jimmy kicked me off with a video that I'm going to like.
Straight away, one of the things that they are showing me is that travel will become restricted in the month of February.
Oh, this is a future seer. So we're going to start out with a future seer.
I hope she tells us good things and not bad things, because that scares me again. I get scared with the future seers because I believe all of them.
I know you do, Jimmy, but it'll be fine.
Now, this does feel like travel becomes restricted towards the middle, towards the end, like it's like finalized, that it's coming in and travel's going to be restricted.
It's fine because we don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, I'm fine really never going anywhere ever again. I'm fine right here.
Or word of travel is going to be restricted. I do see it's almost like, it's very interesting. It's almost like, at least here in the US or North America, even, it's like this dome gets put over top of.
Oh, I saw that TV show.
Yeah, that was called Under the Dome. That was a horrible TV show. Did it even last one season?
I think so, but I think she's talking about Trump's going to make a big dome over the United States.
One in,
oh, that's great.
No one out. It's that kind of energy, okay? And what's interesting is, like, I feel...
Oh, then we could stop the rain and the snow. Oh, this could be brilliant. You know when it's so cold here, Jimmy? It's because of the wind. The cold air comes from Canada.
Yeah, and they always say cold front coming from Canada, and it's going to be here tomorrow, and it's going to be really cold.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, so if Trump makes a big dome over the U.S., then we won't have that problem. It will be 72 degrees every single
lockdown
day.
Per se, but I do feel a sense.
It will never rain. I'll be great.
Like when we were looking.
My car will stay clean.
Back in 2020. Oh, and I'm getting confirmation chills up and down my body right now. Again, this is not to instill fear, and they need.
It'll never snow.
You to know that. This is not to instill fear.
Just always be nice.
This is to help you.
We don't need rain.
Well, how will the flowers grow?
We don't need flowers. We don't need grass. We don't need trees.
Anchor and contain.
We're fine.
To that hope energy, okay? The hope frequency. Even when it looks like things are going wrong, they're actually going right.
We'll just buy a bunch of sprinklers.
Being in the right direction.
That's what we'll do.
They need you to know that as well. In 2020, we experienced actual literal lockdowns, and it has that same vibration. It has that same feel, but it doesn't feel quite as intense. However, it does feel like there's no air travel. Like air travel is restricted.
That's fine. We don't need to be in planes anyway. Man wasn't made to be in planes. Man was supposed to walk on the ground.
No. Like I see empty airports. I see empty tarmacs. I see empty runway. Like I see empty. It's empty. It's empty. It looks abandoned. It's almost like this.
You can't fly because there's a dome.
Like this, what was that movie called? Oh my God.
It was called Dome.
I always call it
Star Wars.
The Langoliers, but I don't remember what the actual movie
Star Trek.
is called, but I'm seeing that movie.
Godfather.
Reference there.
51st Dates.
Where these things.
It was 51st Dates.
Yeah, that's what it was.
In the movie called The Langoliers. but you would see like empty spaces, right? Empty buildings, empty malls. It's kind of like an apocalyptic kind of
Pulp Fiction
scenario, and that's what
it's Pulp Fiction. That's who had the Langoliers.
I'm seeing here. Leaving February,
movie.
going into March.
I like that movie.
There's no air travel. There's no air travel. And here's what I want to share with you that's coming in. This actually came in yesterday, and they're bringing it through to share again.
Oh, then she cut it off. God damn it. Now it is. I hate these people. I hate these people so bad. I hate them. I watched the whole video and she just cut it off. And now we'll never know, because I'm not going to track her down, because that's because she's just going to end up pissing me off again. So we'll never know. So no air travel starting next month. That's fine. Go places now. Okay. Go to the Caribbean, go wherever, go now. Not next month. Next.
Okay, why are the flags on our government websites different? Hold on one second, I'm going to show you.
You know, this I noticed too. This is strange. If you go to any government website, like the CDC.gov or the FBI.gov or whatever, .gov, WhiteHouse.gov, it doesn't have the 50 stars on the flag.
It looks like the flag, but it only has 9 stars on it. And I don't know what the 9 stars means. What happened to the other 48 states?
Jimmy, 9 minus the 50 is not 49.
Or something like that. What happened to the other stars?
I have no idea.
This is the CDC website.
Right now, stop what you're doing. Stop it. Whatever you're doing, get your hand off your wiener. Stop it. Go to the CDC.gov and you'll see a flag that looks like the flag, but it has 9 stars on it.
There's an American flag with 9 stars. Here's the
FBI.gov
official website. Again, the flag up on the left-hand corner only has 9 stars on it. Go look up what that flag means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I can't say it on here because, again, this app will take it down. But go ahead and take a few minutes and just Google 9-star American flag.
Next.
We have some big breaking news, and I'm going to tell you right now, out to get real. Apparently, the cartels are ramping up to fight back against U.S. Border Patrol and ICE agents.
Uh-oh. That's what I've been worried about.
Cartels have authorized the use of weaponized drone explosives and other explosive devices and have ordered their members to use those.
Uh-oh.
Now, U.S. Customs...
See, I get scared about this is the cartels have lots and lots of money. They have lots of money and lots of people and lots of drugs, and they can do a lot of things.
The Border Patrol are taking this very seriously, and they have not circulated one, but 2 memos surrounding this. They've also
2 whole memos
people to make sure they keep proper supplies on them, things like tourniquets, first aid kits, body armor, instructing them to have rifles all readily available. They're also utilizing social media to encourage people to unalive ICE police and do things like urinate in their cars and food.
That's not cool. You can't pee on their car. Don't pee on their car. What'd the car do? Car didn't do anything wrong. If it's a shit car, I guess you can pee on it. But if it's a good car, you don't pee on it. Don't pee on nobody's food. That's just gross.
Now, I know a lot of people watching
unless they like
this video are like, well, I'm not worried about this. The U.S. government's got this. And you're probably right. But do not underestimate the cartels, because they have ruthlessness, organization,
drugs,
and a lot, and I mean a lot of money. Like, let me just give you a couple examples. If you go back to the heyday of the Medellin cartel, which was run by Pablo Escobar, they took down a plane.
They took down a whole plane?
Over 4,000 police officers. Took out judges, politicians, became part of the government. Yes, he was eventually taken out, but the cost was huge and it took years. Even as recently as 2019, the Sinaloa cartel, when El Chapo's son was arrested, took to the streets, got the military to surrender and police to surrender until they released him. So again, do not take them lightly. They have access to military-grade weapons and advanced technology.
Oh, great. So you take your eye off the cartel, and that's what happens next.
Yeah, big news right now. 9 FBI agents have just filed a class action complaint against the FBI and the federal government, saying that the federal government and the FBI should not hand over a list of employees who worked on January 6 cases to the Justice Department because, quote, should this information fall into the wrong hands, the national security of the United States would be severely compromised.
Why were they working on it? Couldn't they work on other things? Weren't other things more important to the FBI?
9 FBI agents filed this complaint in the District of Columbia, and they are sounding the alarm over a deadline today for the FBI to hand over a list of employees who worked on January 6 cases to the Justice Department, ultimately so the Justice Department could fire them.
No.
Specifically say that Donald Trump has made repeated public pronouncements of his intent to exact revenge upon persons he perceives to be disloyal to him by simply executing their duties.
None of this should take you by surprise. He told you this months ago.
They're urging this court to block the requirement to hand over these names.
Don't come to me and go, I didn't know. You didn't know. You should have known. He told you. Next.
Breaking news. CNN announces that Guantanamo Bay is expecting its first military flight of immigrants.
Is Guantanamo Bay, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing?
I don't think that's a good thing, Jimmy. That's a bad thing.
On Tuesday, a military flight carrying migrants is expected to head to Guantanamo Bay, according to one of the officials.
They're taking the bad people to the Guantanamo Bay. That's what it's there for. You take the bad people to a bad place.
And now I'm in Guantanamo Bay.
See why I'm against paying taxes? Hey! Dude, calm down, okay? Look on the bright side. There's a sink, there's a toilet. The pillow actually looks pretty comfortable.
President Donald Trump's memorandum directing the federal government to
they do bad things. Take them away. Bye-bye.
It's there to house tens of thousands of migrants.
Adios.
You can read the rest of it. Pause and read it. Basically, they're saying the processing plant will only ever use for migrants they caught at sea, like the Coast Guard caught. But now it's going to be used in the first plane full of migrants that they've caught at the border or in the United States. They're too dangerous to send.
I wonder if there's a bunch of people on the runway waving goodbye. Bye.
We'll be going to Guantanamo Bay.
Isn't Guantanamo Bay like in the Caribbean and it's nice? And at least they have nice weather.
They can enjoy the nice weather in Guantanamo Bay.
Everybody keeps saying that they're noticing things that weren't there before because of the parallel universe merge. So I didn't notice anything immediately, but I went to see my aunt that lives in New Jersey this weekend. I'm being so for real when I say this. She had a garage that was literally sunken into the earth. Like, you could only see half the door, whatever it is, the construct sunk into the earth like many, many years ago. And I know she didn't get it done, but somehow it like wasn't sunken into the earth anymore. It was the weirdest thing.
You're smoking too much pot.
When I asked her about it, she was like, oh, it's always been like that. There's so many people that are having the same exact experiences ever since this parallel universe merge. Is it just like with earthly matters though? Is it just with earthly constructs? Let me know your experience, guys.
I have no experience. All right, Jimmy. Yeah, are you sitting down, Jimmy?
Okay, well, I'll sit down over here. Why? Why do I have to sit down? You can play another Future Seer or something like that.
No, this is a demon, Jimmy.
What? You can't, no. Don't play a demon. Don't bring that evil into the studio. Don't play the video.
No, the demon said, May 27th, 2025, it's over. Game over.
Don't you bring that into the studio. We're number one right now. And if you bring a demon into this, it could be a bad thing. I'm telling you, demons are something to be played with. They're evil.
You just got to listen, Jimmy. It will be okay. I'll be here with you. But you just got to listen to what this demon is going to say.
Is it a real demon?
I think it's a real demon.
Is it female or male?
Well, you know all demons are female. So it's got to be a female. So let's hear what she has to say.
I've been talking to demons. Y'all, when I say this is wild, I am not exaggerating. It might be one of the craziest things I've seen. I had to think about it this year. But this demon told her that
this year, it's only been a month.
World was going to end May 27th. Wait for it. 2025.
Well, that means we have the February, the March, the April, May. Oh, we got like 3 months left. That's fine. Will we see the end of Squid Game by that time?
Yeah, I think the Squid Game will come back and we'll be able to finish it.
That's really the only thing I care about. Will I be able to see the new Dexter?
I don't know if the new Dexter, but the Dexter that's on right now, it will probably be finished by then.
How about Resident Alien?
Yeah, that will be back, and Shorzy too, so you'll be fine.
And don't even get me started on 2026.
There's going to be no 2026. You just said it's going to be done by 2025.
Yeah, make up your mind. What did the demon say?
2026 is the date that fits all dates. It is 250 years or a season after 1776. And on the other timeline, it's the 7th millennia. Back to her. You can watch her video right there. She was talking to a demon named Seven by a Ouija board. I don't think she knows it's a demon, though. And demons do lie.
Next.
Please tell me that you are following the story about the lady from New York who flew to Pakistan to marry her boyfriend that she met online.
What are you talking about? I watch that all the time. That's 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, it's all like almost our favorite show. We like that, and we like the Shorzy, and we like the Dexter, and 90 Day Fiancé. Yeah, it's a good show. Is that what you're talking about?
Him to open the door to realize that she is not the blonde-haired white lady, young lady who he thought she was. When he opened it, he was like, "Who are you?" And him and his family were like, "Yeah, you gotta leave," and she refuses to leave. And now Pakistan is genuinely stuck taking care of her. And she's turned into an icon over there. She's holding press conferences. She's turned into a meme. I mean, this lady is outrageous, and she just refuses to leave.
She catfished a guy in Pakistan. What are the odds of that? That never happens.
So she had met this guy online, and they had fallen in love. And he's like, "Here's my address. Come to Pakistan, and I want to marry you." And when she shows up,
how do you even get to Pakistan?
I think you fly in an airplane. I don't think you can drive.
Oh, is there like a direct flight from Chicago to Pakistan? Can you do that?
I would think so. I don't know.
She's obviously not who she says she is. And he's like, no. Then, because he won't take her in, he won't do anything with her, she goes outside the apartment complex and just hangs out there and will not leave. And she's there for some days until the news picks up that she's there. And then multiple news stations show up to this parking lot where she's at. And she decides to hold a freaking press conference.
What is she going to say?
And it starts out very quiet, not really saying anything. And then when she does talk, she starts demanding money and saying, I'll speak if you give me, I don't even know how much money it was, like $2,000 or something like that. And they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, we don't have dollars here. This is Pakistan.
They're just kind of confused about what the fuck's going on, why she's there. And then she does start talking, and then she won't stop talking at all. And then she's starts telling them how she's going to fix their government and how she's going to fix the people there, all this.
Oh, God, she's related to Trump.
It's turned into this crazy, this sensation over there where everybody's tuned in to find out what the hell is going on with her. And I didn't realize this. I don't know much about Pakistan, but they are like going to take care of you. If you're over there, if you're a guest, they're going to feed you. They're going to provide housing for you, resources for you.
Oh, I gotta go to Pakistan. Yeah, they'll feed me and house me. Oh, that sounds like a great deal. And I have to get a job working for this stupid radio show.
And so basically this lady is getting a freaking full ride while in Pakistan, terrorizing these locals. And she's become this craze. So she's constantly has the news.
See, Jimmy, you could be a craze.
I want to be a
at
craze.
Her fingertips. She knows this now, and so she's using it to her benefit. There's something called a humanitarian. I guess it's just kind of like social services. It's a guy that comes over there. He's fallen in love with her, and he has given her housing. He took her to McDonald's, and
they got McDonald's in Pakistan. That means I can go there. What do they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Pakistan?
I don't know, Jimmy. What do they call it?
Royale with cheese.
No, that's
he's like,
not
get her a cheeseburger. And she was like, "A cheeseburger? Hell no." She ends up ordering like 3 cheeseburgers, 2 extra large fries, a drink, another sandwich. She's sitting there eating it. Everyone is just staring at her like, who is she eating for? How is she eating this much? He gets her housing.
Because she's American.
And then she's dogging on him. She's like, he doesn't put any effort in. He doesn't change his clothes. He just wears the same thing all the time. You got other people that are like blind and that are like, I'll marry her. I want to marry her. And the thought is that they want to marry her so they can come to the U.S. and they think that they're going to come to the U.S. and get some freaking health care, which is
So they're going out of their mind.
comical right now. They want to get health care, get their eyesight back so they can find their real true love. Like, it's just insane. I can't believe it's real. She asked for a bonnet. They didn't really know what that was for, but they got it for her. And they're just like, okay, we don't really know what to do. We don't know how to get rid of her. At one point, I guess she was going to come home. Her son had been like, my mom has got bipolar. She's got schizophrenia.
Really?
And she's got some issues going on. I think that's what it was. Anyway, she's like, yeah, I'm going to go home. So she goes to get on the airplane and she starts losing it, talking about how she's going to go KILL her son. And then she refused to get on the airplane. So they had her at the airport and then she was like, I'm not leaving. So she refuses to leave. And these people are so kind that they're just taking care of her.
I think I want to go to Pakistan.
And I can't believe this is really happening.
All right, Jimmy, next.
My boyfriend's dad just walked in on me in the shower on vacation. I went on a little
It wasn't an
beach
accident.
vacation with my boyfriend and his family, and we all shared a room with 2 beds and a pull-out bed. His parents didn't want us to have the same bed, so he got the pull-out and I got my own bed. The first day that we got there super early, so we had a plan to go to the beach for the rest of that day. So we all got ready and we headed there after we all finished unpacking.
Hey, hurry up, get to the part where you're naked.
When we were at the beach, I took off my swimsuit cover
Yeah, see, there you go. She's
to,
naked.
get in my bikini. I could tell my boyfriend loved it, but at the same time, I swear I noticed his dad looking at me like,
because he has eyes.
very intently. And this happened multiple times.
You're wearing a bikini. Of course he's got to look. What's wrong with you? The guy can look. Can he?
I don't know if you get a look at your son's girlfriend. That's kind of weird.
One of the days before dinner, we all were getting ready to go to dinner. And since my boyfriend's mom and I obviously would take the longest, we went last. My boyfriend went first and then his dad went after that. After his mom was done in the shower, I hopped in the bathroom to start getting ready. And when I was in there, I heard my boyfriend basically yelling that he and his mom were going to go to the grocery store and get some aloe because after he'd showered, his sunburn really started to develop.
So the boyfriend's dad was
bad.
all
I was
alone in
left
the room
there
with you.
with his dad, obviously. As I was in the bathroom in the shower, his dad walks in.
Is there not a lock on that
and
door?
It was a glass shower door, so we both literally looked at each other and made eye contact. He looked surprised for some reason, but basically ended up
Yeah, you didn't hear the shower
fumbling
going?
on his words, saying that he needed to grab his brush. I was so confused, and I was just thinking, why would you come in here when you...
He's in the room going, what could I get? What could I really need right now? Oh, my brush. I'll go
You
get my
obviously
brush.
know that I'm in here.
Or you should
I
have locked
haven't
the
brought
door.
it up to my boyfriend yet, but I really feel like I need to, but I kind of need some advice on the situation and how to go about it.
Let it go. He just looked at you. That's all. It's fine. He needed his brush. What more do you want from poor guy? Don't bring it up with the boyfriend. What good could come of that? Next.
Now listen, you guys came out here to have a good time on a Saturday night. I know what you want. You want to talk politics, let's go.
Yeah, let's talk politics. Bring it.
Let me tell you what's wrong with this country.
All right, you tell us there, buddy. I bet you're going to tell us exactly what's wrong with the country.
Let me tell you what the problem is with the United States of America.
Not enough sea monkeys.
In this
what Jimmy
country,
thinks.
You've got to be 16 years old to drive a car, right?
Right.
That makes sense. But you've got to be 18 years old to be considered an adult, to vote. I think if you're old enough and mature enough to safely drive a car on the street.
Is this supposed to be comedy?
I think it's supposed to be comedy.
Then I should be allowed to have sex with you.
When's the funny part happen?
I think that was the funny part.
That's not funny part.
I didn't think so.
Anyway. That's the only problem with this country.
Is that what comedy is now?
You can still go.
Is that comedy?
You can still go.
I didn't laugh.
Hope you can still go.
Because it wasn't funny. But it made it onto TikTok. And it was a professional video. Like he's a professional comedian. Oh dear God, we're screwed.
Hustle hard, hustle every single